Drivers, no doubt, gripping their steering wheels tight throughout the day on the slick roads. A crash involving a semi-truck just after 1 p.m. left it dangling off an overpass on the transition between the 5 and 118 freeway in Sylmar. No injuries were reported as crews cleaned up the wreck, but traffic was definitely impacted during the lunch hour.
Well, it took one step at a time to rescue a small pup from a flooded wash. Yeah, in Camarillo, the pooch had wandered off 10 feet down the wash as the fast-moving water was approaching. Now, Ventura County first responders waded in the water to bring the little dog up a small ladder to safety. She was a little cold, but she'll be okay.
Glad to know that. In the higher elevations, skiers and snowboarders are chomping at the bit for the winter season. Mountain High and Wrightwood got 2 inches of fresh snow overnight, not enough to open the resort. Opening day is set for November 21st, weather permitting.
And meteorologist Olga Ospina is tracking the latest on the conditions in our next weather sphere. Hi, Olga.
Hi, Pat and Ruta Bay, and you can still see some scattered showers on our radar. This is our 3-hour loop, but conditions have improved significantly from what we were seeing just a few hours ago. So we are still actually getting a little bit of snow for some areas, and that's going to be near the Big Bear area. This is going to continue to diminish as we head into the coming hours. Also some rain as we head into places like West Covina as well as Roland Heights, down into La Habra as well. So still a few spots seeing a little bit of lingering moisture, but conditions much improved. You can see that it's pretty broken up compared to what we saw earlier. Here's a look at rain totals so far. It's been very impressive. The Eaton Fire burn scar has received nearly 4 inches of rain. We're looking at Malibu as well as Burbank at close to 2.5 inches of rain. Ventura and Silver Lake at just over an inch of rain. And yes, we're still seeing a little bit more activity. We'll continue tracking this for you, as well as the very chilly temperatures we're expecting as we head into tomorrow. So that's all coming up in just a few minutes.
Thank you, Olga. Orange County saw its fair share of rain today, bringing with it some problems. We saw everything from flooded streets to mandatory evacuations in the burn areas.
And CBS LA's Michele Gile is live at Huntington Beach right now with a closer look at the trouble spots there. Michele.
Pat and Ruta Bay, the wind and rain helped bring down this 40-foot tall eucalyptus tree. At least it used to be here in a park in Huntington Harbor. Fortunately, there were no injuries, but there are plenty of neighbors who are sad about this. This tree was part of the landscape here for decades. This is just one spot that we checked out today during the storm. All of the rain rushed down Trabuco Creek Tuesday afternoon, closing the bridge that connects the canyon communities and ranches Santa Margarita in South Orange County.
Yeah, it's kind of a pain, but it's all right as long as they let you know at the store the road's closed, so you go out to Cooks and around this way.
Public Works crews removed K-rail that's put in place as a guardrail on the narrow bridge. During past storms, the force of the water and debris flowing over the roadway pushed the heavy cement barriers into the creek, creating a bigger hazard.
We've already seen a good amount of debris and mud make its way up to the edge of the roadway, so conditions could get worse and it could overtake the roadway.
Students at Trabuco Elementary School were moved to a nearby campus for their safety. Mandatory evacuations for the Trabuco Canyon area were lifted at 5 p.m.
Raining sideways.
Heavy rain pelted Irvine, Lake Forest, and Corona del Mar. On Pacific Coast Highway, gutters overflowed. Newport Beach streets flooded. Traffic was tied up for hours in Anaheim after a big rig overturned during the morning commute. The truck blocked all westbound lanes of the 91 freeway at Brookhurst. Firefighters were called out to check on possible victims in rain-filled storm channels in Fullerton and Buena Park. It turns out everyone was safe.
First casualty.
The storm took down an old eucalyptus tree in Huntington Harbor. People who live on Davenport Island say there were dozens of names and initials carved into the trunk over the years. All that's left now is the stump. As a matter of fact, one neighbor who was walking her dog past the spot where the tree once stood just about an hour ago told me that not only did her kids carve their names into this tree, but she and her husband did as well. So it really meant a lot to many in this Huntington Harbor neighborhood. That's the latest live here. We're going to toss it back to you guys, Pat and Ruta Bay.
Thank you, Michelle. And stay with CBS LA and CBSLA.com for continuing coverage of our next weather alert.